Bonjour, mon petit chiffre, Amber here, and it is monthly favorites time. I cannot believe that it's already August. My birthday is in a month, and that's crazy. I feel like we were just having this conversation pre-birthday just yesterday. 2 points of business that aren't really points of business, but 2 things I noticed. One, I think I've been rocking the same bun for the last like 8 videos. Second, ignore my janky contour, please. I'm just gonna try to whisk through this. I'm gonna try not to babble as much, and I'm already babbling. Let's just jump right in, starting with beauty favorites. A couple weeks ago, about a month ago I think, I uploaded a ColourPop video where I swatched and reviewed the new metallic lipstick. These babies, I got all 4 of them. I'm wearing this one today, Man Eater, the one I kept referring to as Penny Lips, over top of Backup, which is one of the matte X lipsticks. I think it goes together really well. But there were 2 that really stood out to me, and they were this one, Zebra, which is a darker bronze color, and Three-Way, which is this nice metallic berry color. I'll swatch them really quick for you, just in case you didn't see the actual video where I tried them all on. That is Zebra, and this is Three-Way. And these are so nice, they're so pretty. The more I've worn them, the more I've really gotten to like them. I know in my video I mentioned that that they all looked similar, but the more I've worn them, the more they're really starting to like grow. I don't want to say grow on me, because that implies that I didn't like them when I first tried them, which I did. The only thing is some of them need more building. Like I believe this one that I'm wearing, like I said, Man Eater, and this one, Queen, they look better on top of another lipstick as a sort of, I keep hitting myself, topper lipstick. Can't wait to incorporate them in more looks, especially now that it's summer. I feel like I'm more experimental in the summertime. I don't know why. Yeah, I didn't know how I would feel about metallic lipsticks, but I need to get the Milani ones while I still can, and then I'll probably compare them. Moving on. Next I have an accessory. I'm actually wearing one right now. I got a little 3-pack of chokers, and me being the 90s kid that I am, I love chokers. I always have. There's always been chokers in my jewelry boxes growing up, and I'm just really glad that they're on trend again, even though I rock them regardless. And I've been really loving this one. You probably noticed it in a lot of my videos recently. I also have the standard like chain choker and this cute little daisy choker. Last month, I mentioned my flannel, and I said that I was gonna paint it. So I've done that, so it's back in my favorites. Oh Lord. I painted 1975 along the bottom. I'm probably going to insert a video of me wearing it, so you can actually see what it looks like on. And I'm actually really proud of how it turned out. I tried to make the numbers as close to the logo as possible, and there was a lot of anxiety involved, but I pulled it off. And actually also I put "the" on the pocket just because that's the name of the band. Moving into everything else. The first is a really random thing that I don't even know why I'm mentioning it, but I was watching a video of the 1975 set from Glastonbury Festival, which I aim to go to one day. Anyway, pans over mid-song, I think it was Somebody Else for the sound, and who's dancing on the side of the stage? James Corden, who I adore. So I just loved seeing him rocking out to the 1975. Side note, when are we going to get the 1975 carpool karaoke? James, get on that. I'll DM you, we'll talk about it. I think last month I talked about the Morningstar breakfast sandwiches. Well, since then, I have discovered another Morningstar product that I'm obsessed with. It's the, they're like grilled Chik'n patties, and I was really skeptical initially because I'm like, oh, fake chicken. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this, but it's so good. And because it has like the they're like char grilled, it has that like fresh off the grill taste, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. And I could honestly eat them every single day with every meal, especially get you like a potato bun and honestly dress it up like you would a regular chicken sandwich. I put like ketchup, mustard, and like raw onions on it. So good. So the next favorite is a YouTube video. It's like it's not a YouTube, it's a video, but it's a visual album. It's Todrick Hall's Straight Out of Oz, which is this visual album. I See You Coming at Me, Beyonce style, and it's actually so incredible. It's his life story told in the form of The Wizard of Oz, and it's funny, it's emotional. I was sobbing through water guns. Also, Jordan Sparks, her voice is incredible. Sometimes I forget just how amazing she is, and if you haven't watched it, please go do so. I'm definitely going to leave the link down there. It's so good. Todrick is so amazing, and he deserves every good thing that he gets. He works so hard, and he's so talented. So good. And also, I love The Wizard of Oz, so there's that. So since we're in the video realm, I have two movies, actually. The first one is a movie that I watched on Netflix. It's a Netflix original movie. It's The Fundamentals of Caring, starring Paul Rudd, who my mom's in love with, and Selena Gomez. It's actually so good. I love it, 'cause I love movies with like witty, sarcastic humor, like dry humor, and that's what that is. And I'm here for it. It's not trying too hard in general. Like, basically, the main character, well, I guess Paul Rudd's technically the main character, and he is an author who, I guess, a former author, and he needs work, so he becomes a caregiver, and he gets hired to take care of this kid with, I think it's muscular dystrophy. And long story short, they end up going on a road trip to like the biggest pit in the US or something. Along the way, they pick up Selena Gomez's character, who is literally just a potty mouth version of Alex Russo. This is before I realized how problematic Selena Gomez is. It sort of reminds me of Paper Towns in the road trip aspect. The second movie is Room. I finally watched it. I put it off for so long, I think, because I wanted to read the book first. But I finally just caved and was like, I'll read the book later. It's so good. I get it now. I get the hype around the movie. It was phenomenal. First of all, Jacob Tremblay is quite possibly the cutest little child ever. And for someone so young, he's so talented. I'm really excited to watch him grow, like watch his career grow. Honestly, like it's a gift. And the portrayal of Jack, I was just like, wow, like in awe. It's just wow. And Brie Larson, phenomenal. Oh my god, just all the performances in the movie, it just draws you into the story. It's heartbreaking, and just the movie's was done beautifully, and if the movie's that good, I can't wait to read the book. Speaking of books, I have a book that I recently finished reading, and if you watched last month, you know I had started reading it, and it's Cinderella's Dress. It's just pretty good. I don't know if it's a favorite or just a book that I didn't hate and finished reading. Basically, Kate, it takes place during World War II in New York, I think. Kate finds out that her family, like for generations, has been tasked with keeping and protecting Cinderella's dresses, and she is basically set to be the next keeper of the dresses, the wardrobe. And it's basically that story of it's, I guess, dealing with that responsibility, figuring out if it's real, and also anyway, if you want to hear me, it was good. If you want to hear me talk about it more in depth, I will be doing my books of the month, so that'll be up. It'll be up on Sunday, I believe, or around that time. So definitely subscribe if you aren't, so that you know when it goes up, so that you will hear my full thought process on stuff. So lastly, I have quite a bit of music to talk about. I'm gonna try to zip through this and not babble too much, because you know how I can get when I talk about music. So first, I think a few months ago I had a throwback moment, and I'm back in that throwback moment because I've been listening to Hanson a lot recently, like a lot, like every single day, and specifically two songs that were like my favorite songs growing up, Weird and Thinking of You, which I think that was my #1 Hanson song back in the day, and they're just so good, and it's just so nostalgic, and they make me so happy, and they're still so good today. But I'm not gonna keep talking about Hanson. Next is Sledgehammer by Rihanna and Sia from the Star Trek Beyond soundtrack, which I went to see Star Trek yesterday. Phenomenal. I'll talk about that later. That song's so good. Rihanna, I love Rihanna when she actually sings in her songs. Her voice is so great. I mean, she sounds so much like Sia in the song. I guess that makes sense. I don't know how much I can say, it's just such a good song. It gives me chills, and like when her voice does those little cracks, I'm like, yes, girl, slay me. Next is an album that's kind of shocking that it's on this list for me. I mean, on one hand, it's absolutely not, because I'm obsessed with this artist as a human, but the genre is weird. Not weird, but anyway, Leslie Odom Jr.'s album is so good, and that's why I said it's not shocking when you think about the artist, because I love him so much. But like, I don't really listen to jazz a lot, and that's a jazzy album, but it actually is also a very good album for writing too, and that's what I was doing a lot during July. I feel like jazz is good to listen to when you want to like kind of like zone out, like focus on something, but it's hard to when Leslie's voice is as amazing as it is. If it's not one of your favorite things, you're actually wrong, and I hate you. Alright, next are both songs that were dedications to Orlando and the victims from the Pulse shooting. And the first one is Hands, which is a collaborative song with a bunch of different artists: Troy, Halsey, Britney Spears, Selena Gomez, Jussie Smollett, who I love by the way, J-Lo. A lot of people are involved in it, and it's such a beautiful song. And it's such a beautiful song. It's just, the message is amazing. Definitely listen to it. Definitely buy it on iTunes, because the proceeds go towards LGBT rights. And the other one is Love Makes the World Go Round, which is J-Lo's song with Lin-Manuel Miranda, who you know I love. Once again, it's an amazing song, and part of his sonnet is included in the song. The love is love is love is love part, and I cried. It's fine, I burst into tears, which is bizarre because the song's a very like upbeat dancey song, and then that part I was like, nope, goodbye. Once again, listen to it, buy it on iTunes, it's worth it. Okay, so the next song is a song that if you just watched, the next 3 songs are all songs that if you just watched my underrated songs video, they're all included in that. The first is Body by Wet. Such a good vibey song that I want to cover. I first heard about Wet, I think when Troy covered I Don't Want to Be Your Girl, or I Don't Want to Be Your Boy, he put his spin on it, and I was like, okay. And then I went to listen to them, like, okay, I'm here for this. So that was however long ago that video was. And then I recently started listening to them again. I think I was on some playlist, that song was like, yeah. And the next song is Clay by Hannah or Hannah, I don't know. I'm new to this. Such a good song. Oh my god. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but if you want to hear or watch me listen to it and just gush about it, I'll leave a link to that video down below. Once again, her voice is incredible. It's so ethereal, and what I love about the song, it's like 90s pop song with like that ethereal voice to it, and honestly, it's everything. The last song is by my favorite band, and so it's not a new discovery. I just have gotten obsessed with it lately, and it's Intro Set 3 by the 1925 from their first album. And I don't know how I never realized how amazing that song is. It's such a jam. Not like the sound is a jam. It's more chill than that, but like also I didn't realize for the however many months that I Like It When You Sleep has been out, that song, the end of that song is the exact same, like musically it's the exact same as the sound. But it's I can gush about the 1975 forever because they are that good. But anyway, those are my favorites of July. Let me know down there what you loved throughout July, and I was gonna say what you loved throughout August, but it's literally the first week of August. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like me, feel free to subscribe. All my places are down there so we can be buds, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!